or what you've showed him are just random receipts
with my type of spiritual connection.
I understand that
I was on crutches for a week.
Ma'am, don't. And for the record, in the matter of Brook Church versus Bruce Hicks and Unlimited Potential, 23-01873. Council, have your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian, I'm on behalf of 6.
So many things over. I can't move this around. Okay, and so my hope and understanding that you all were going to try to work on a resolution of the damages, Mr. Rum.
I did talk to Ms. Church about her damages, but we did not come to an agreement.
Why were you not able to come to resolution of that?
Documents she provided, Your Honor, were verified herself, self-serving, not independently verified. A number of the documents were not, the dates provided were not around the dates of the injuries she sustained. So that's why I wanted to.
Okay, can I see what she provided you? Well, I want to see what he got from you, if he has it. Can you explain these receipts, ma'am?
These are the receipts that I would give to somebody when they come and pick up their purchase. I also have like Facebook messages that I really could bring up saying that I couldn't do it because I was hurt. But because I work through Facebook and Snapchat, so social media,
so
or
these
word
are
of mouth.
So what these purport to be are allegedly receipts
that I would give the
whatever
customer.
your business is.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do in your business.
It's holistic, spiritual, natural business. It's called Beast Collection.
Okay, and so you're stating that you were not able to perform work
or leave the house. This is when some of them are when I hurt my leg, some of them because the porch was messed up so people couldn't come into the house and me couldn't leave the house. When I was on crutches for a week is the dates from in August. There's also some on here when the water was messed up, so I couldn't use it, but I know that you didn't. There's some when I didn't have water either. So I couldn't do certain things, but he was specifically asking for the dates that I fell or went to urgent care or when the porch wasn't fixed for 4 or 5 days, because there's been 2 different instances where the porch wasn't fixed, where people couldn't get up on the porch or I couldn't get down off the porch. Some days were when my mother would come and she couldn't get up on the porch, so she couldn't come and get her packages.
Receipts from when your mom would come?
Yeah, there's a few of these where she couldn't get up on the porch.
Okay, I see this. Mom, is that what it says, Mom?
Yeah, her name is Willa Buckner.
Okay, why would he pay you $200 because your mom couldn't come to your house?
No, that's her. That's what her cost was for her package.
What do you mean her package?
These are all receipts for me missing money out of my business due to the porch. So this is
you gotta help me understand, how are you missing money? Because I saw the pictures of the porch. Okay, I understand that
I was on crutches for a week.
Ma'am, don't cut me off mid-sentence. I understand that there was issues with the porch, and so, but there was another entrance, correct?
Yeah, but it has a bin of dirt that it's really hard to move.
Who put the bin of dirt there?
I did, but it's the gates are completely all messed up. There's no way that people can get through there. I wouldn't even want people to get through there. Like the metal's all messed up, like the gates are very raggedy. I would not want anybody to try to go through. What does that mean? They're poking out. It's really unsafe for people to get through the back.
The gates open or closed?
The gates are closed.
So it doesn't open?
Not quite. It opens and there's like metal that pokes out when you open it. So we just keep it closed. Like, it's very unsafe. My kids don't even go through that way, and we don't go through that way. Nobody goes through that way at all.
Okay, so you're stating that you, because the stairs needed to be replaced and or because you suffered injury from use of these stairs, that your mom, for example, mom products, which was mask, oil, soap, clean, $200.
I couldn't leave my house to give her her products.
You were gonna give her mask, oil, soap? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it's like a package. Yes, I hand make everything from
Okay.
natural items.
Okay, and so she couldn't come and get them?
No, she can't drive. She would be here every court date if she could.
So what you're telling me is that you needed to get something to your mom on August 1st, but you couldn't get it because the stairs were broken. And I'm looking at these stairs. Even when they're broken, the porch is not that high.
There's been 2 instances, either when I was in crutches or in the boot, or when the stairs were messed up, completely off during that time.
Okay.
So there's been 2 instances where I couldn't get my products to my mother. Not just because the stairs were messed up, because when I left urgent care, I was in a boot for a week, then I was in crutches for a week, I couldn't walk for a week. Like, there was a lot of time where I couldn't even get off the couch.
So explain to me this. After you fell, how did you get back in the house?
I was in crutches. Actually, my fiance carried me into the house.
Up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. And so for a week, you didn't have any deliveries, you didn't have anything?
I couldn't. I couldn't have any. I couldn't get up to walk to make the products. I had to walk around to go to each station of my house and make the holistic products.
So what is the $200 fee on that particular?
That is how much her package costs.
Her package meaning what? What you were going to make?
What I make for her.
Okay. So you make masks, oil, soap, and
I make a lot of things. Yep, I do placenta encapsulation. I mean, I do a lot of things. Everything's natural, everything's homemade, so it takes time. I package it in a nice, beautiful box with roses and everything. It takes a lot of time.
Explain to me how you make a mask, oil, soap, and clean.
Okay, so the cleansing of her house would have me been going over there and staging her house and cleaning it for her. The mask is with bentonite clay. I make moon water underneath the full moon, pour it into the mask, mix it with essential oils, add whatever kind of scent they would like, natural herbs, sometimes let it sit in the sun. The candles are beeswax candles, so I go onto my stove, I have to melt the pellets, I pour the pellets into the candles, I wait for the candles, cut the wood wicks, I put essential oils into the candles. I put crystals into the candles and herbs into the candles. Wait for them to dry. It's a long process. What else was on there? I also make her beef liver and apple cider vinegar capsules. So, and I do those hand by hand. Scoop them and mend them in my mortar.
How often do you do this for your mom?
I do this probably 3 times a month, honestly.
Oh, so 3 times a month, your mom is paying you $200?
Yes.
Show me proof.
I would have this.
No, proof that she's paying $200, not your handwritten receipt that you wrote yourself.
I would need her to be here.
Or you can provide me a bank statement, you can show me a cash app, you can show me a Zelle.
She doesn't do any of the cash app.
Oh, all these payments are in cash?
Yep, all of them are cash.
Oh,
and then she gave me a gift certificate to get a massage one time that she got gifted. So she gave me one of those. I don't usually like to take the money for it, but she'll sneak it and give it to me sometimes.
Why are you? Yeah, because who's charging their mom for anything, right?
I don't.
Okay, so why did you submit the receipt?
Because he wanted them.
No, he wanted receipts.
I want receipts for myself.
You're talking over me. He wanted receipts for lost wages. I said that I believe that you suffered an injury, and I think it was just for 2 days. I see a lot of other dates on here, so I'm trying to understand and go through this because I'm using the picture that he provided. You presented a receipt for February 20th, $600.
That is when, those were one of the dates when the water didn't work. Until he told me that he needed ones that I fell. These are also dates of other things that didn't work in the house. When I came to court, I came here for other things, the water not working, the heat, everything else. But you said, we're just gonna stick to the porch.
I didn't say I'm just gonna stick to the porch. I said I didn't find any cause of action for the water. I don't think that you suffered reasonable for me to have to make him pay damages for the water not being off. And I was pretty liberal because I don't have any evidence here where you even told him, hey, my water's not working. And he was like, well, it's going to take me forever to get over there. I don't have any of that. He produced receipts of where when you did request certain things within a reasonable time frame, someone was there other than the porch. I felt like the porch was the only issue that was not addressed within reasonable time frame.
There was times that the heat was gone for days.
You provided zero evidence of that.
I have all the text messages I gave you. There was days I said.
I'm not reading all those text messages, and you didn't even produce text messages in appropriate format. I told you that at the last hearing. I'm not going to try to figure out in piecemeal which order this is supposed to be in. You told me that you were missing some of the responses because your phone switched over or whatever it was. That's not my job to present your case for you. You were supposed to present to me if you had a text message that showed on this date, I contacted him, said my heat's not working. You were supposed to show me that chain of communication and his response in order. If I gotta start putting things in order, then it's not getting entered. And so we went through that at the last hearing. I gave a order at the last hearing that I believe that you should get reasonable damages for the slip and falls, is what I said. Or from what you lost during those slip and falls. I didn't give you any cause of action for anything else.
The last court date, you asked me to put them in order, and I did. I put them in order for when I was out of heat, and I also gave you pictures of when my heat was, the heat was low for days. These are slipping. This is proof of me not be. I'd had a boot for like a week and crutches for a week.
I've already granted a cause of action for your slip and fall. That's not an issue. Now we're trying to determine how much is reasonable to be ordered for you to be paid for that. Cut me off one more time and I'm done. Now, as to your text message issues, ma'am, your text messages were not in order. We went through this at length. I had to take a break to let you get them in order at one point. I still have them here, and they're still not in order. You make reference to some of them about I didn't have heat for weeks, but you didn't provide anything to support that. Meaning, if you have an issue, let's say it's flooding in my house, it's my responsibility if I'm renting to tell my landlord of the issue. From that date, the clock's going to tick as to how long it takes for him to get it fixed. You've not been able to provide that time frame. You did show me some pictures of your thermostat, which are here. However, he provided evidence of where he sent someone out immediately to get it fixed. Not weeks. It was immediate. I can't give you anything unless you can show me, no, he didn't send anybody immediately. It took him weeks. That's not the evidence that I had. So that's why you didn't get a cause of action for that. We're only dealing with the injuries or the time, and you're saying you're operating a business through your home. So I can understand why I would question your receipts too, if you're handwriting all these receipts and you can't provide evidence of where these receipts are verifiable, because you could go get a receipt book and write all this stuff up right now.
So like can you get a Cash App statement? Is that what you're talking about?
Anything to support that this is actually a business that you were running and that you lost the business. You say you have some text messages where you show me where you had to cancel these orders. Show me where the person, Emily, placed an order for the placenta encapsulation and you had to cancel and suffered a loss of $600.
Like Facebook messages?
Where I don't know how you make your business. If they book this service through Facebook or text, show me. Well, I just asked for Emily. That was from February 2023.
Is this Reinhardt or Bourne?
Born.
February.
This is February 20th on this receipt, 2023.
So this is, she ended up calling me because she was coaching a baseball team right here. And then she also told me that she would make my website for me right afterwards. This is we called on the phone though. This is when she ended up calling me.
I don't want to see her in a conversation where she called you. Show me where you had to cancel.
I had talked to her on the phone. That's why she was coaching. So she called me and I told her through the phone. Verbally.
She called that you were canceling?
Yeah.
Okay, show me where she booked it, because you told me you do this through messaging.
Yeah, this was through messengers.
Show me where you talked about this receipt that you provided me. Because these receipts would represent to me that that's what you got paid, not what's owed to you. That's what receipts show me. You got to show me where you sent them these invoices. You can see them, Mr. Wong.
So this is where she asked me to bring it to her. And I actually stated in this that I was dealing with court with my landlord. And this is, I want to say, February 14th. And she was at the hospital during this time.
And she said she's at the hospital?
Yeah, she was in the hospital at this time.
No, it says that in the text message, what you're saying?
Yeah. This is, she also, I actually went up to the hospital and her mom was dying. So I had given her CMOS. And that's when she asked me if I could do the placenta encapsulation for her wife.
Okay, all these things are hearsay unless she's here to tell me that. If you can't tell me or show me where you sent these people these invoices for this service that they contracted you for.
Yes.
And that because of the issues at the property preventing you from leaving because you were injured or whatever, that you had to now cancel and lose that money, that I can't award you. These are receipts. We typically in business give receipts after we receive money.
Yes.
You show me receipts. This is not an invoice.
I would have to go through every single person through there and their messages and print them out through my Facebook. or if I talk to them, because a lot of the people, they would be like, I'm inquiring about your products, and I would call them on the phone.
But it's your burden to prove. I gave you 2 months. You bringing me receipts, this to me looks like you got paid this for the work that you got done. This is not, I lost this money because I wasn't able to do that. Because we don't give out receipts when we lose money.
This was me documenting everything. That's why I said it's amount paid is 0, amount owed is 600.
That's not on all of them.
These are the ones.
That's not on all some of them just say $600 balance due. That doesn't tell me that you weren't able to, that you had to cancel and that you didn't perform these duties. You're not meeting your burden. You have to show me that you suffered these losses, that you were not able to perform these duties. Not that they didn't pay for it. Not that you gave them a receipt for it, but that you were not able to perform it. I canceled. This is where I canceled. You're running a business. Are you?
Yeah.
Do you have a website?
Yeah.
Okay. So people just call you randomly and you don't send them an invoice?
No, I don't.
Okay, well then
I word of mouth. I a lot of my business is through Facebook. I'm heavily known, and when people inquire or write on my comments on my Facebook, I usually call them and ask them what they want. It's better for me to speak to somebody through the phone with my type of spiritual connection other than texting through on there.
That's fine, but sound business people follow up with an invoice. This is what we discussed. This is what your invoice is. Because I can get off the phone with you later, and I thought I heard you say it was $300, and you said it was $600. Why would, if you haven't had a meeting of the minds unless you followed up later and told him what that was. What you're showing, or what you've showed him, are just random receipts from different time frames, which I have to question, because if I look at the receipt numbers on here, they're sequential, but one has an April date on it. One has a July date on it, and one is in February 2024. So you must think that we're all idiots and that you had number 07726895894 all right next to each other.
I don't know what that means.
That's the numbers. When you get a receipt book, they are numbered. You have 2 separate receipt books. These receipt books have numbers, and the ones you provided to him are in sequential order. I mean, they happen right after each other, but the dates are not right after each other.
I'm not seeing that.
I'm seeing it.
See, I'm only seeing one that's right after each other.
They're all right after each other, man. At least when you provided him, because he has pictures of them here.
This is everything that I had right here, and I only see one that's right after each other.
They're all right after each other.
These are on the same day, so I mean, these are on the same days. I'm in the 8/1 and 8/1/23.
Invoice ending in 6895 has a date of April 22nd, 2023. It's for Bree Klein, I believe. That was April 2023. You have another one. Invoice is one up from there, 894. So that would precede the one that is in April, but it's from July. Then almost a year later, from the April invoice, you have one that ends in 890. But we were already at 895 and 894. So either you're not doing a lot of business at all, because you didn't move invoice numbers, at least based on what you've submitted here. And the other thing is, it's going in the wrong order.
Is this when I was pregnant?
You're asking me? How would I know when you were pregnant? How would I know when you were pregnant?
I think I was pregnant during this time. When I fell down the stairs when I was pregnant, is you just said 8/9?
No, I said the invoice numbers ending in 895 and 894 and 890. They're not even in close proximity to each other. Time frame. Meaning, if I did work for you today, I'm going to issue an invoice number 1. Tomorrow will be invoice number 2. If I do 3 things tomorrow, the next day it'll be 3, 4, and 5. That yours aren't going in that order. They're all over the place, but the invoice numbers are in order, which would represent to me that you made these up. That's what this represents to me. And that you made them up after the fact.
I didn't.
Their timeframes are not aligning. There are also receipts. Receipts to me are not invoices. They're not, they indicate to me where you received money. And these things here tell me where doesn't even tell me you didn't provide the service. It says here, Emily Bourne, placenta encapsulation, $600, amount paid, 0, but the amount due is $600. So you must have done the work and she owes you $600. What does that got to do with him?
No, it's amount due.
Amount due is what she owes you.
Yes, that's how much she owes me.
Yeah, what's that got to do with him?
I didn't give her the products. I didn't go. I couldn't go anywhere.
You did the work.
No, I didn't.
That's what this receipt says.
No, I have her placentic encapsulation still to this day.
Well, that's your fault that you still have her placentic encapsulation from February 2023.
And I wrote I could have traveled during these.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you give it to her now?
Well, she's been gone for a while.
Your matters, no cost. You're not getting anything. You haven't provided any proof to support it. I don't believe what you're saying. It makes no sense. You're telling me you have somebody's encapsulation from 2023. We're almost in 2025. You could have gotten your money then. What does that have to do with him? You were supposed to provide evidence of where this slip and fall or the time lapse in him getting the stairs properly fixed either caused you injury, personal injury that you had to pay medical bills for, and or where it cost you a loss to whatever your business or finances are. You provided me receipts. Receipts show me you did the work, but you didn't get paid from the person you did the work to. Has nothing to do with him. You're also not providing me sequential invoices. If these are supposed to be invoices, and some of them are for hair, I'm not sure what's going on there, but they're not, the invoice numbers are literally in sequential order, but the dates are not. They're all over the place, which lets me believe that you made these up after the fact. You have a responsibility to present your case, not just that there was you suffered, something happened, but that they owe you some money because of that, and you have not done that, man. So for that, I got to return damages at 0. Any additional matters for the record? I'm going to need an order. Okay, can you present an order for the court?
Are we done here?
Yes, thank you. Yes, you're all set.
Your Honor.
Have a good one.